So, I would like to think that most of us agree that nobody really knows how technology is going to advance within even as little as 5 years from now. Even more so if it's 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and 100 years from now. So, with that being the case, could a fully functional Ironman suit be possible eventually? My guess is it would take at least 100 years. Pretty much every scientist, well, not pretty much, every scientist agrees that the way the suit, the way the, what's the word for it? G forces. I'm not a scientist, as you can obviously tell. The body would the human body would not be able to survive being inside of an Iron Man suit. Um, because of um, I'm not sure why I'm blanking on words that I should know how to say. Would not be able to sustain um, impacts. The suit basically has no way to protect the body from um, forces that it would be bombarded with on a consistent basis. Whether it be air pressure, whether it be due to how fast the suit can move while in flight, whether it's just the material that the suit is made of, and the body's basically rattling around inside of it. Um, all these things are the pretty much the only real reason why the Iron Man suit is not possible. But in terms of building it, I don't see why that wouldn't be. Hello uh, to both of you, GHH and Weeding Designs from Simi. Or should I just call you Mary? Um, Thank you for the 4 likes, by the way. Um, but how do we know that in 100 years, scientists couldn't theoretically develop a way to protect the body from these forces, thus making an Iron Man suit not just possible or probable, but definite? Now, it doesn't really seem practical to build an Iron Man suit because a jet will always be superior. Mariam. Um, but for missions in which you want to be more stealthy, perhaps an Iron Man suit would be best for those sorts of missions. You have an operative fly on in. Um, thanks to due to all the scanners built into the suit via its onboard computers, you'd be able to scan for all possible troops that would be surveilling the area. You know, walking around, uh, just making sure that everything is going well, and then go in and take out your target. And the suits would also provide protection against aircraft. Now, because of how expensive this technology would be, it would only be given to special forces and probably only the top members of those units. So maybe the highest ranked would pilot these suits. It's going all right. You know, as I was saying, as I was saying, um, I will from time to time see or researchers, what have you, discuss the topic of how to better protect soldiers on the battlefield. Um, I saw one article one at some point at some point that discussed research being done on a sort of mesh suit that's as strong or that's as strong or close to as strong as it was a specific type of that web is as durable as steel. So if they could find a way to make um standard uniforms for the military using a material uniforms for the military using a material made from that webbing or made from that webbing or replicate that process, You could basically make full-on bulletproof um, um, an Ironman suit would definitely help with that. I was frozen. I have no idea why. I do apologize for that, but I'm back now. Hopefully you heard and or were here for what I just said. I really do hope that that doesn't happen again. Thank you for sticking around, though, and also for leaving another like. If you didn't hear me say it, I'll say it again. Yeah, there were these experts of some sort that I read had discovered a specific type of spider web that, for its size, uh, is essentially as durable as steel. Basically means that if you could make it the size of um, standard soldier's uniform, it would basically be bulletproof for all intents and purposes. That would greatly enhance survivability. Um, if you could mass produce that, I also recall this one doesn't really have anything to do with survivability per se, but I also recall watching. It was a news program, and this was years ago, and I think it was German scientists who had developed a prototype for invisibility, like a cloaking device, basically. Um, Now, since that's not being uh, used, that tells me that they've either decided to just keep it under wraps and use it for um, planes and possibly vehicles that they want to keep a secret. Um, Although I could swear that the company who designed it were selling it as well. So I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if countries have been doing these things, just in case allies decide to become adversarial. Um, but anyway, that's kind of delving into politics at that point. At But you see what I mean, right? Now, since drones are pretty much, you know, the future of combat scenarios, we're going to see a lot less soldiers actually being. That's never going to go away. And because of that, you'll always want to try and protect them as best as you possibly can. So, designing suits, hypothetical suits like I mentioned, out of a material that's similar to that webbing, which is stated to be as durable as steel or just metal in general, would be a great asset to them. Um, Not just the military, but even law enforcement. Police, FBI, um, U.S. Marshals, anyone you can think of that has a job that revolves around going up to someone's door and and or arresting people, and giving chase, and occasionally having to engage a suspect in ways that involve a firearm. Something like this could be of great benefit to them. And really, what's more protective than an Ironman suit? Again, a realistic way to build something very similar to the suit that Black Panther uses in the MCU. It would basically be the real world equivalent to vibranium. I do believe that something like the Iron Man suit would be more appropriate for the likes of astronauts, however. A way for them to sort of travel outside of the ship. In situations where maybe. And so they get into the suit, they go outside of it, and the rocket boosters, boots, or whatever they're called, to fly on back to the ship, right? Um, Depending on how advanced the technology gets in time, maybe the suit itself could even fly so far as then of course you could work on building a version of the suit that can withstand Earth's atmosphere, and then they could just get in the suit and fly off into space. Although I'd imagine they'd probably put them in some kind of smaller shuttle or something that sends them off into space, and then they would get out using the suit. Um, for some reason, I can't see the likes anymore. I don't know why. It's strange. Hmm. Um. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say there. Why can't I see the likes? This is a very strange stream. uh. Also, I'm guessing Walt must have left because I don't see him anymore. I apologize for not saying hi to you, Diane. Peace. Not sure if you're still here. Uh, if you are, then hello. It's great to see you. I can't even see if I have any viewers. Oh my. Um, if anyone is still watching, I apologize for the technical difficulties. It's just one of the things that comes with streaming exclusively from a phone, especially when it's not one of the newer phones. This one is probably going to need to be replaced in a year or so. Um, I'd replace it right now if I had the money to, but I don't. Hold on a second. I've got a sneeze coming. Part of the screen viewership is part of the screen. This is so weird. I think I'm gonna end the stream because I might try and do another one immediately after this. So yeah, I'll be back. If you're still here, please wait for me to do start another one up. And thank you for being here. Um, and in case you aren't able to rejoin, and maybe you see this after the fact, please consider leaving a like, commenting, and subscribing. I'll see you real soon. It's not ending. This is really bizarre. Is anyone still here? I hit end stream 3 or 4 times. It didn't end. So I assumed that it had ended. And then I turned my phone off, or restarted it rather. Just came back on, was gonna do another stream, a follow up, because that was way too short and I wanted to go on longer. Only to find that the stream was still ongoing. How the heck is that anyway? I feel like I'm in a Twilight Zone. But if anyone's still here, we're back somehow. I can understand if everybody left, but you know, it is what it is. I definitely need a new phone, and not a cheap phone. I need a phone that can handle things better than this, because this is a run of the mill, like, it's a budget phone, and I've had it for at least 3 years now. But when you don't really have extra money to spend on a new phone, which, it's honestly sad how expensive phones have become. Uh, Especially, the better ones. Um, like, my phone right now is really hot in my hand. Yeah, this person right here. Nobody wants to hear about that. Absolutely no one. But if it's not funny. If it's gonna continue to do this, then maybe I should just end it. Um, it's a real shame because I wanted to go for longer. But thank you all for coming on by for yet another stream of yours truly. Um, I'll have to do a sort of makeup stream because this one uh kind of fell flat on its face. And to my new subscribers, which I noticed I've got, I think like four or two, or might actually just be two. But anyway, no matter. To my new subs, thank you so much for subscribing. Here's to many, many more. So with that being said, if you like any of the conversation, well, any of the things that have been said in this stream, um, or if you're an Ironman fan like myself, if you like to talk about fan fiction scenarios, crossovers involving your favorite characters, meeting each other, and um, other things like that, yeah, I hear you on that. Um, YouTube's never. It's funny with how much money YouTube brings in that they don't invest it into making the platform any better. It's mind-boggling. I guess it's just so that they can keep it, so that they can ensure that a certain amount of money goes to the ones at the top. But who knows? One can only guess. I really do need to get a computer at some point. Um, so that I can get into streaming games properly when I do so. Because I'm gonna get back into Twitch. I had a Twitch account that I only used for a short period of time, but because I have hundreds of subs on YouTube, I think it would might be a good idea to get back into Twitch streaming, um, and create a new account that has a name similar to this one, and then link it to this channel. Uh, I also believe it would be a good idea for me to start considering finally making a Discord server for this channel. But maybe I'll save that for when I reach 400 subs. Although part of me wants to say I should wait until I've reached 500. Because at the rate I'm going, it's looking like I'm gonna reach 500 sometime next month. And if that keeps happening, you know, I'd really like to someday make this channel become a source of income for myself. Build a GTA 6 community on Twitch. Stream some other games maybe as well. And just go from there. And interestingly enough, GTA 6 comes out the day before my birthday. I think when this stream has officially ended, I'm going to look up price ranges for building a PC. I'm sure parts are difficult to find now because, you know, of everything going on. But if I can have a PC built within the next 4 to 5 months, let's do it. Let's get a Twitch channel started, and that'll also help with YouTube because I won't be doing it from a phone anymore. I do feel it. I would rather buy a laptop first, though. You know, I think a good enough laptop would work just fine for my needs. And I'd be streaming. I'd want to stream GTA 6 from my PlayStation 5. So maybe just buy a some kind of camera, recording camera, software, whatever I need in the meantime. Work towards getting that laptop, and then I'll be all set. There will be some pretty exciting times coming up. And I appreciate all of you who are making it more of a reality with each passing day. We are definitely going to make it to 1,000 subs. Especially if people continue to support me. And I will never expect anything of you at all, but feel free to share my channel with people you know if you think they'd find it interesting. Because I would love to be able to build a community in time. Play games with people. Have a GTA 6 online crew. Um, do that for other types of games. I have a Switch 2 as well. I also have a Steam Deck. Continue talking about Marvel, Iron Man. Uh, well, I mean, Iron Man obviously is Marvel, but I think you know what I mean. Here's to a brighter future for this channel and all other um, channels related to it. The future Discord server. And while I've technically ended the stream 2 or 3 times so far, I think now will be the penultimate one. So thank you all so very much for the continued support, no matter how it's given, whether it's just commenting, whether it's leaving a like, whether it's subscribing. All three are equally as important to me. And to those who have yet to do either of those things and wish to, please consider leaving a like, commenting, and subscribing. This is Black Angel Inserts signing off. Here comes the 2008 Ironman quote to finalize the ending of this stream. The truth is, I am